Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back. It is not Waifu Month.
No, it is not. Though, we've had an entire week of Neptunes that have been not Waifu Month.
Oh, okay, so you've already rebranded the title cards. Yeah.
That was like 2-3 episodes ago. I don't remember how many.
Yeah, it's no longer Hundera Waifu Month presents. It's just Neptune.
Yeah, this week, this is coming up, oh god, this is probably going up on like a Saturday. I'm sorry this week has been so kind of like fucked schedule-wise. It turned out that, because I thought this week was going to be easy, because we had 2 for Neptune, and then we were going to record a little bit more for it, and I was like, oh, this won't be too big an issue at all. And then we had the Pokemon streams, and I was like, that I could break up into 2 hours apiece. Each of those took 24 hours to render.
Thanks, Adobe Premiere.
Thanks, Adobe Premiere.
Yeah,
Your
anyways.
codecs are the best.
This is going to be real confusing for people who don't watch these the day they go up. But never mind that.
Yeah, one of the other things that I realized while I was just running around, and I guess I could walk into an area to kind of show it off real quick. Yeah, that's fun. So I realized, I forgot we were black and white Nep for a minute.
Yeah, I like this Nep.
Yeah, we're monochrome Nep. But one of the things that I realized while I was doing just ever so slightly, like a tiny bit of grinding in this game is, so when we have this option come up, there's some stuff that you can actually have go down. I'll show you in the other menu. I don't know why I walked into a battle to do this. But those moves, like the moves that you can select, those have EXEs attached to them, and this entire time I hadn't noticed. It's everything down here. So
they call it EX Finish, but then EXE for I don't know.
Here's the thing. You have an EXE drive, which everybody has now, by the way. I've gotten them for every single character through just grinding. So everybody's got their EXE finishes. Or their EXE drives. EXE drives take from the EXE drive gauge, which is in the bottom left-hand corner, which is like a fighting game gauge, like a meter.
It's just based on how much you hit things?
Yeah, it's based on how much hits you do and how much damage you take. And then in your combos, when you get through with a combo, if you have at least 1 bar of EXE, it will give you the option to do any of these EX finishers. So you can see they take 1 EXE gauge.
Okay.
They don't actually take the gauge. They just get tacked on so that basically when you run into a fight and you do a full combo and you have 1 bar on that gauge, which we unfortunately don't have, you can just do an EX finisher, and it doesn't cost anything
the EXE drives are what take the gauge.
Yeah, so
you can do strong moves as much as you need to until you need the really strong move, and then you need to like gain your strong move again.
Yeah, basically you have a combo, and you can have, once you fill up the gauge once, you get a final attack on the end of that combo.
Yeah.
And then if you wind up deciding that you need the bigger version, the EXE drive,
which is just a skill, basically.
Yeah, it takes away from the gauge, and then you have to build it back up if you want to have that extra hit on the end of the combo. Which is okay. It's pretty alright, to be honest.
And now that we have them, that's supposed to make the game a lot easier, right?
Yeah, and I'm amazed that nobody told us.
Yeah.
People
have been telling us about
scream
Neptune,
at us about this, and it's like,
oh
no, nobody actually was angry. I'm not sure if that's good or bad.
Oh, well, I mean,
I didn't actually do all of these, by the
way. But yeah.
Typically, I do all of them, but this time around, I kind of skipped over a lot of the lower level ones.
Yeah, well, either way, you're getting us money and shares and whatever.
Plenty of money, plenty of shares. Let's see. Just no doggoos, okay. That's it.
Okay.
That's all of them. I might go back in and just accept all of these quests again real fast.
So you can go do them when it's some other
later,
time.
yeah.
One of those was already completed,
No, I know. There's going to be at least 2 that are completed, if not more. That's what I was going to say.
You're going to just
I'm just going to leave it for a little bit.
Okay. Let's go meet the Xbox.
Finally starting Chapter 3. Okay, come on. quit giving us these completes.
Oh yeah, it's just doing the quest stuff on the top?
Yeah, so gonna go ahead and click it. Let's do this.
Alright.
This is Leanbox's
It's nicer looking than the
It's
others.
so over the top.
It looks like it. Hope you get treated like back in last
I don't
station.
really remember what the other ones looked like, but not like that.
They were kind of crap compared
This one
to
looks
that.
like gingerbread.
That one looks really over the top and like fancy as fuck.
I hope so too.
Is
Looks
that
like someone
supposed
poured
to-
money into that basilica.
Is it supposed to be some kind of Microsoft dig?
Maybe.
Maybe.
On yourself.
It could actually be like it could be a Microsoft dig. It could be like a Western religion dig. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Blog. There was just an update, so she must be here.
Oh.
Okay, well, why do you assume she blogs from her church?
That can't be.
She probably just has a house.
Someone
In the
else is
sky?
writing blog entries.
Aw. Neptune's destroying Iffy's fucking immersion.
Ruin
Oh.
my image any more than you
The president doesn't make his own tweet.
do. To be so
Doesn't?
late.
Okay, current president might. I don't know. But
Yeah.
the joke has always been any time that you see like a CEO or somebody who's like really, really big making tweets and things like that,
Yeah.
it's always some little unpaid intern or paid intern sitting
Yeah,
down writing
Sonic the
2 tweets a
Hedgehog
day.
does not actually use Twitter.
For being a follower.
I'm just saying.
Oh,
So is the idea that If just is... do you think If is actually from Leanbox is the idea?
I think
So this
If
is like,
doesn't
she's
really...
a traveler.
She's a traveler. I don't think she has any particular country that she calls home, to be honest.
Yeah,
It
but
might
she-
be Planetune, for all I know, to be honest.
She seems to be beholden to an idea of what
Well,
what
for this
Greenheart is like.
specific one, but maybe that's because Greenheart holds herself well compared to the others, so maybe she has fans, in which case it's literally just Iffy's a fan of
I'm just gonna
Microsoft.
say that Iffy is American.
She's
and
also
she is
IF
a
Factory,
PC
so-
user.
Wow, look at how gaudy this place
Yeah,
is.
it's like the same general structure as the other ones. This looks kind of like the others, but like colored over to be shiny.
This guy's not wearing a hat.
Huh. Oh, he's like a named character even.
We came to
Neat.
see CPU. Is she
Yeah.
around?
I'm sad he doesn't look like Bill Gates, but I know that it's not always like gonna be on the nose with this weird metaphorical stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. She's here, right? Just a little peek.
So there's been no indication so far that there's any problems going on in Xbox land.
Yeah.
Giving up so quick? I thought you were
So there could easily still be a hook where something's been taking over, but they haven't done it yet.
This isn't
Do you
Not
think
yet.
maybe like Avenir is going to invade while we're in here? Maybe.
No, I
No?
think Avenir might be stuck on PlayStation.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't think they're
They're
gonna. I don't think
console
they're gonna come in
exclusive.
here. Yeah, something like that.
As one who serves the lady, I can't be
I
happy
don't-
with your admiration.
I don't like that this guy's voice isn't funny like the other voices I was doing for these guys.
Yeah, well, eventually they'll stop giving them voiced
Yeah.
lines and we'll get to do whatever the hell we
Yeah,
want.
I just mean Ivoire himself. Like, a lot of the Basilicom attendants, I had been giving, like, really terrible voices to on
Yeah,
purpose.
they were all from Boston or something.
Something like that.
I mean, all of the voices we give are terrible. It masks the fact that we can't do good ones. Or I can't.
Yeah, well, I think your voices are fine.
I mean, they're fine
Mr.
to be...
Eviler.
Okay. okay.
Ivoire to you, young lady.
He's gonna turn out to not be evil, right?
Nah, he's
It's
the,
a twist.
the evilest.
Wait, did you really get my name?
What? Huh.
If you knew something, Mr. Evilist.
Okay.
My name become worse?
Just in case, it looks like this.
Yeah, I
Good.
wonder what this joke looked
Good.
like in Japanese.
I'm not getting myself
Completely
involved
the same.
I see.
But what would the name be?
in this. Mr.
I
Evil,
don't
what you call
know.
it. Do you know anything?
Yeah, like I'm trying. I don't know, have enough vocabulary in my brain for it. Like, what is evil in Japanese?
He's 70 years old.
Shucks.
He looks older.
Yeah, he does, honestly.
She was
Eh.
around for
He looks
hundreds of
simultaneously older and younger.
I mean, it's a genetic thing. Like, some guys don't actually go bald,
An old ha-
and some guys go gray really early.
Okay, that's
yeah.
But he looks older than some.
Presumably, if Lady Greenheart exists in the same way that Microsoft does, she's actually only been around since like the 70s. The guy just said
I
she's
don't-
hundreds of years old.
Okay, so I don't know what they're doing for time in this. It could just be don't think about it, but they could be going on reboot logic where the inside of a computer goes super fast.
I guess.
Before Nep says something
Yeah, so like a minute to us is like
You're right, Papa.
fucking a week to them.
Something like that. Also, I guess if Neptunia is Sega, right?
Uh-huh.
That would mean that, well, her country at the very least, not her specifically, unless she's literally like the patron goddess of only the Saturn. This is getting confusing.
Yeah, no, that's what bugs me about
Because
these. is that it's
Sega's
not
like a
that
70s
obvious.
company too. Nintendo's from like the 1800s.
I want to say
though.
Sega's slightly older than that. I could be thinking of a different company, but I think it's one of those ones that made pinball machines in the 50s. No?
Maybe. I can't actually remember. I remember they did a lot of stuff in the 70s, which was when they turned over to like gambling machines almost exclusively.
Yeah, that might be what I'm thinking of.
But yeah,
thought they went
pinball I
further
think was a
back.
big thing
I don't
too,
know.
actually.
Yeah. Yeah, like pinball. How old is pinball as a concept?
Oh, I don't have any fucking idea.
At least back to the 50s, right?
Oh, hey, look.
So this person's got to be.
It's
right?
a villain. Clearly, because they're not getting like a full-on picture, so they're probably not the goddess in her human form.
No, and also I know what that'll look like because
I don't
I've
know
had
what
to.
that would look like.
You don't?
No, I haven't looked it up.
Well, I mean, I've had to go to the wiki to find things for like references for drawings, so
Yeah.
I did stumble upon it. It's in the opening cutscene.
I still don't remember what it is.
Well, she's got big titties.
Oh.
That's all you need to know.
My name is Conversación. and
What?
Conversation! Conversation.
So
An evangelist of
conversations
Lowy.
It would that make her like
The...
PictoChat or something?
I hope not, because PictoChat is terrible. I think I might be one of the only people alive who's bought... No, wait, am I thinking of something else? What's PictoChat?
Isn't that what I'm thinking of that was on the DS and it just came with it? No?
Yeah, you know what? That might be PictoChat. There was a different thing. I swear to God.
It's been a while.
It's like a faux message board that you can play as a game that came out on the DS. It was one of the first games that came out.
Yeah, no, I'm not thinking of that.
Yeah, that's not what you're thinking of. It was terrible though. I used to own it. I do not own it anymore.
Aw,
It was not a game.
I really feel sad at the idea that you've ever owned games and then like sold them back to GameStop. It's like, why would you ever
not
not
only did I
own
do things
something?
like that, but people would borrow things and then not return them. It's
Yeah, I mean
just
that
a thing.
happens. But the idea that you gave up a game is just so weird to me. I don't know. I'm a hoarder.
Oh, I'm not a hoarder. I don't like to hoard things.
I mean, well, you live with me, so
Yeah, well,
in regards to
I'm real glad you haven't sold off any of my video games.
not that you know of. Worship of the Overlord?
What?
Overlord worship.
Oh.
goddesses and people revere
Okay, is
Okay.
this gonna be like a Disgaea type thing?
Oh, so there's supposed to be 4 goddesses, and people are deciding that they're going to worship someone else.
I hope it's Satan.
To worship of the Overlord. But he
Yeah, that's gotta be like a Satan allegory.
I mean, maybe. What do you want to bet they are? Because they're probably the other that we keep seeing on the map screen.
Yeah. Which, I mean, you've said that R4 is supposed to be a piracy device.
I think so,
So it
yeah.
could be that. It could be something out of fucking left field, like it turns out it's the Magnavox Odyssey.
No, I doubt it.
We're being invaded by the ColecoVision. I mean,
It's
TurboGrafx.
Atari.
TurboGrafx
Atari has
is already a
returned.
character.
evangelize as you
Or I don't know what else. It could be an arcade. It could be the Neo Geo Pocket Color.
Oh, she's like, no, they're not evangelions. They're heretics.
Evangelists.
Evangelists.
Not an anime.
Instead, they find weaknesses and slowly turn people to him.
So you are saying
We're gonna
He might
get.
be piracy. If he's
We're gonna
I'm
fight
laugh
both.
if he's fucking piracy.
I hope it's the Wonder
Oh
Swan.
my god, it's the PC.
I think
Like
I made
the
that
proper
joke.
one.
Somewhere in here I made that
As
joke.
opposed to the Turbo Graphics, which is what we eventually found out PC is.
Yeah.
of the Overlord.
Yeah.
Momus.
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 Momus?
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 Mouse?
Momus?
Mouse, like a computer mouse?
Maybe.
Mac?
It is hard to believe.
It's Apple?
No, I don't think
No.
Mac. Yeah, that's
No.
not quite close enough.
As proof,
Momus. It's just mom coming in to turn off the video game because you have to do your homework.
some monsters.
Momus.
I hope it's mom.
Oh god, no.
For yourself.
Kids are
'Cause-
turning away from their video games and going to their moms.
Because they got owned on Counter-Strike.
Hey!
Oh,
Look at this fuck.
yeah.
Neptune summoned the monsters, destroying
Are,
the city.
is Neptune still in the building while they're doing
No,
this?
she
Okay.
walked out.
I
Okay,
really
so-
wish that
so-
there was more visual to this.
Good. Ganache is trying to say that we're the evil Momus worshippers.
Just remembering
Or,
brings me the
I
shivers.
think he's trying to frame Neptune
Yeah,
as
he is.
Momus.
I'm gonna guess that he and Communication are both probably worshippers of Momus, or that he has tricked her pretty well, or some stupid shit like that.
This conversation? How did that sound?
He
calls
doesn't
her
pronounce it the
conversation.
same. He says it just as conversation. Is she gonna correct him?
How did that sound? Pretty real, right?
Oops. You didn't see that.
What?
What?
That was Mr. G.
It was a recording. She was playing a recording and the
Oh.
final part was, yeah. So they're both evil. They're both
Okay,
totally
yeah.
evil.
In Avenir, he worked hard, earning him rank among the company.
Okay.
So yeah, they're trying to bring the monsters in and they're pointing out Nep and being like, "Oh no, she's
His
evil."
background does speak words.
So this is why Ivar is not going to turn out to be evil. He's just being tricked.
Such a thing.
They're
Very
just
well.
pulling a ruse
Once I
on
can
him.
get further proof, I will be back again.
Oh great. So
There
we're
might
gonna,
not even
God.
be an overlord. It could have been something that
Probably
was made
not.
up completely.
I'm amazed they're goddesses.
I heard there's a great
I mean, that's the premise of the game. Of course there's the
Yeah, I
goddesses.
If Iffy says so, it must be good.
Scones? Are those like pudding?
I'm noticing this is
Nope, okay.
like a European not medieval, but like it's got remnants of medieval village in
kinda.
it. There's a
Kinda.
castle, like literally a castle up there.
As opposed to like PlayStation, which was industrial steampunk garbage, and fucking Planep, which was hyper futuristic or whatever.
Yeah, I'm
And
wondering.
they're going by horse carriage.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm really wondering why the aesthetic
We can't
choices.
send them out with all those
Is it
monsters out there
maybe like
So,
just this is their interpretation of just this is a Western console. This is what the West looks like.
Maybe.
It's that, or there were a lot of World War II shoot bang games. So this is like some quaint
Sorry for
village
the
in
trouble,
Germany.
but I have to get back to work now.
I don't know.
He's like, well, if you want to get there, you're gonna have to go through the dungeon.
that far off. So let's just walk there.
Good.
Yeah, so, speaking of...
So is the actual
Oh, that's
the
right.
actual city of Leanbox is just going to be the dungeon?
I don't know.
Leave it to me then.
I'm guessing it's gonna be a completely
Here,
different
we'll get
thing.
directions
Yeah.
ASAP. Where does Nep's confidence come from, Compa?
I really wish that there was more visual going on here.
Yeah, it's not bad, but it would be nice if there was more.
It makes it
happening.
really hard to track the actual events. Oh,
Oh!
Tekken!
Fuck, it's Tekken!
She's literally got Tekken written on her.
It's Old Man Flame Pants.
Do you think those
It's
pants
Girl
are flame?
Heihachi. I bet it is. I bet they are. Like,
She basically has
she's
like,
got his
she's
gloves
got
on.
gray hair.
She's got
And
like the...
if you flipped the
just
shape
everything.
of her hair up, it would be Heihachi spikes.
Okay, in the defense of that, if you flip anyone's hair up, it would
No,
kind of
it
look like
shoots off on the
Heihachi
sides,
spikes.
down to the tips of the bottom of her. Now, not her bangs.
I
just
hope
her actual hair.
hope we actually get Tekken as a character now.
God, yes. And I hope she comes with a pet bear or panda or kangaroo or velociraptor
No.
or robot.
Well, if she's Heihachi, she comes with a pet bear.
Okay, I hope she does.
Kuma is literally Heihachi's pet.
I hope she has a Kuma.
Hey, thank you.
A Kuma or just Kuma?
Any bear.
Akuma is a completely different character.
Okay, all of them.
Oh
Is
no.
there something on my face? Are you Neptune?
Okay.
Why?
I'm Tekken.
Oh, I'm so happy to meet you.
Okay.
Yes. Well, to be precise, I know Neptune of a different world.
Oh, it's this shit again.
Oh, so she's after Dr.
So you're from
Pepper.
another world, too?
Yeah.
Is this the Pepsi girl?
My name is
How
Her name is literally Tekken.
Neptune.
Her name is actually Tekken.
great. How does this work with this being a remake of the first game? Were these characters just not in here and they're just throwing them in now to just be
Yeah.
like, hey, we're still around so that they can still sell
Yeah,
merch?
I'm gonna guess that's exactly what's going on. I'm still blown away that her name is literally just Tekken.
And that she has her name written on a chain around
I'd
her.
say it's almost lazy, except that's totally just amazing.
It's
Thank
just
you for
ballsy.
being named Tekken. That's like if a character walks up and goes, "Hey, what's up? My name's Legend of Zelda."
I wish that would happen, but it's not because they don't want to get sued.
Yeah, because Nintendo has nothing to do with these games.
Yeah, Nintendo would probably not find it funny.
See you again, Neptune.
Fucking Tekken.
Looks like both are friends in this world, too. I hope I see them again.
Okay, so I'm guessing what's going on is that they just need these characters to pop in and say, I'm from somewhere else. So that they can then, like...
Miss Mountain.
Microsoft
Or
Mountain?
Microsoft
Yeah.
Mountain, yeah.
Yeah,
My
okay.
bad.
That one was easy to get. I
Yeah,
kind of
fair
appreciate
enough.
that
Oh, hey,
it's
it's a cat.
ham-handed.
It's a plan to change the items you can get in a dungeon, yeah. Find out what you get with this.
It's
Yeah.
just the standard
Yeah, I know.
stuff, right?
Yeah.
Change
Change
items, and the other's
and
gonna
then
be
the other
change
one
enemies.
is the newbie hunter, and it's you can do it if you want to. I don't know.
Here's a plan to make stronger enemies appear. I don't remember what I did
I don't
for this
remember
character
either.
Today's the day I'm going to be a real hunter.
Is that it's for like Dragon Quest
That's
Monster Hunter?
She's got a sword and shield.
Yeah, she's a shitty monster hunter.
Anyways,
Great.
I'm gonna guess that they put out waves of merchandise of like cell phone charms and shit, and they didn't want to have to cut down the characters.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
So they just had characters pop in and be like, "Hi, I'm still here from another dimension."
Or maybe they liked the characters so much that they didn't want to drop them, and as a result of, are these just Ultraman?
Kind of.
A little bit. They're not supposed to have like a boomerang in their face, but yeah, okay.
Yeah.
They're just called boomerangs. That's their name.
Sure. I had a thought like yesterday, by the way, that it's actually almost a missed opportunity that these were introduced as part of Waifu Month, even though like obviously.
Yeah.
Because let's look like. I was watching you like grind the quests yesterday, and
Yeah.
I was looking as you were talking about things that
we
you
got a
would...
different ribbon.
Oh, neat. But we were talking about the characters, and you were noticing things about them because we weren't talking over them. You could hear the
Yeah,
voice clips and
yeah.
stuff. And I thought about it was like, these are daughters.
Yeah, a little bit.
Kind of like how when we did the Uranium LP, I kept joking that Hundi was our child.
Technique goes up, but intelligence goes down. I don't know if I like that.
Well, let's see what it looks like.
it's,
Oh, well,
it's nice.
nice.
It's a
The
little
wizard
flower.
hat's better.
Yeah, I like the wizard
Yeah.
hat more. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, but like we tended to do this thing, or I do this thing where like the characters that are like cute kids are like that's our son now.
Yeah.
And part of the gimmick is that we're a couple. And I just realized that like calling these waifus just completely breaks that pattern. It's like these are daughters. These are daughters we're raising by leveling
this
them
is
up.
a new version too. These are all just recolor enemies, but they are specifically new. They're not any of the same that are in any of the dungeons. The dungeons have not, to my knowledge, shared monsters yet at all, by the way. I just
well,
want to
that's
point that
interesting.
out. They do the recolor thing, and exclusively the recolor thing, insofar as I can tell.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, it would be more boring if they just use the same ones.
My God, I completely forgot that. Wow, that's an interesting monster.
Yeah.
So I switched our team. Our team was Pishi, Neptune, and Compa the last time we played.
And before that it was Noir, but we don't have
Yeah,
her.
but we don't have Noir anymore. And I realized that Wait a minute, Woe Head? That's weird.
WD head.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
I realized that Pishi, when I was just like going around doing nothing, is incredibly fucking strong.
You mean Plutia?
Yeah, Plutia.
Yeah,
Sorry,
you said
not
Pishi.
Pishi.
We
We knew
knew
Pishi
Pishi
was strong. No, Plutia is really, really strong. We pigeonholed her. We assumed when we first got her, because the first skills she had were heal and like hyper heal, and that was it. We went, that's a healer. And then I found out, no, she isn't. She's a fucking caster. She gets all kinds of damage, like based attacks, just huge magic attacks. Like this stuff, where she'll throw it up and then it comes down, and the big one does like 8,000 damage.
Okay, yeah, I was wondering what her deal was.
Yeah, and she's got way more SP than other characters do too.
Okay.
So it's like that's totally intentional. That's what her purpose is.
So now we just don't use all of those characters who are supposed to be here. Fuck them.
Yeah, they're sitting in the party somewhere, but I mean, honestly, we're not using them right now. It's okay. They'll get switched back to for reasons in a bit. Maybe not right exactly now, but you know.
Honestly, like, I like if and she has an area of effect attack, and that's useful, but we've never really needed Compa.
No, yeah, Compa I have liked to use for her healing. But outside of her healing, she's kind of just generic. She doesn't have any really big hits or anything that she does. Pishi, I think we're going to use until the end of goddamn time, though, because her damage output is so good. But it's really just her. It's just her damage is real high.
Yeah, it's like they're DLC characters on for a reason.
Yeah, for a reason. I mean, honestly, I don't think that they've been buffed that much, to be totally honest with you. I think they just happen to be better focused over characters like I don't know, who I think might be based in like she gets a lot of speed and a lot of movement, and Compa, who's like, oh well, I'm here to literally just heal people, and because Compa doesn't just get healing like Plutia does, she gets healing and also like the detox style stuff. Like she gets the stuff where she cures status ailments.
Yeah, no one else has that.
Yeah, Plutia does not get that. As far as I've been able to find, nobody else gets it.
Honestly,
not a lot, because I've noticed that a lot of the enemies don't really do that, and it doesn't carry over once the battle's done anyway, to be totally honest.
Like, I mean, the only thing that's really come up that much too is like Virus.
Yeah, and that one doesn't. That one matters in the one battle we're in, and that's one of the ones that she can't heal.
Oh, well. Okay, then.
She heals poison and paralysis, and it's like, that's, you know, I'm sure that's super good, but they're not super good for, you know, right now.
Yeah.
We haven't really run into very many enemies that deal with that.
Yeah,
stuff.
like that's like I like that there's a variety of characters with different builds and that they have different roles and stuff. And I like that there's so many different stats that you can focus in. But
that
like,
thing is fucking majestic, by the way. But that's an orange rank monster, so we're gonna have to come back and do that.
It's pretty
It's
cool.
like a dolphin dragon. Do you see that? Do you see its face?
Yeah, I want one.
It's like a narwhal thing. It's so beautiful.
Well, anyways, just the problem is that you can have a super varied cast of. Oh, okay.
It's a dog box. It's
X-Dog.
That's
Nice.
amazing, and I love it. Oh my god, I want one.
So if one starts spinning around, it's the X-Dog 360.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now we got the EX finishers going on. So
Okay.
notice it doesn't take the bar at all. It's just a big thing right on the end.
Okay. Cool. But yeah, like it's just your characters can be super well specialized, but it doesn't help if the enemies are all the same damn thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess they give us the option of making the enemies harder. Do you think that would change the strategy? Like some of them would be gaining skills?
Definitely. Would.
Yeah. Because I'm imagining if you boost them up a tier, maybe they level up into getting, like, poison attacks or something.
Or something like that, probably, yeah. I mean, that's what I'd assume, anyway.
Yeah, we'll figure it out eventually.
Yeah, we totally will.
We're going through enough of the main plot, and we're still in only Chapter 3, so I feel like it's not necessary to raise the enemy levels yet.
No.
But at some point, we're gonna.
Let's see. Spark.
Okay, so she just casts even in her normal.
Yeah, well,
stuff.
you have to set those EXEs, but yeah, that was
Yeah.
one of the ones that I totally set.
Okay.
It's literally just like, I wanted to give her the ability to totally just continue to cast, because one of her combos is just cast.
Okay.
Like, just a bunch. Oop, wrong button.
Have we come across enemies that are distinctly weak to magic
I
and
don't
not physical?
think so. Maybe.
See, that's disappointing.
Probably. I can't really, like, help but... I can't see any of the weaknesses. And if you check the Pokedex equivalent, it doesn't have that in there either.
Yeah. But they seem to all, take damage to being hit by swords and shit.
Oh yeah, no, totally.
Also, she's still doing decent damage.
Oh yeah,
with her
no,
teddy bear.
for her physical stuff, she still does, like, damn good fucking damage. You just have to know how to, like, what moves to use and in what, order to use them and stuff like that. Also, and this is gonna be weird, so I went and I bought some armor between, like, the last time we played and now. And if you notice, if you really watch, most of these enemies are doing, like, single digits for damage.
Oh, wow.
This is the only area I've
Oh, yeah,
run
it did
into.
0.
This is the only area I've actually been to recently where they do any damage at all, because most of the time they just do 0 damage. But we still have trouble killing them in a single combo, which is, like, really weird to me.
Yeah, this battle system is complex but imbalanced. But at least it's
feels a
imbalanced
little
towards
imbalanced.
being easy.
Yeah, but it's imbalanced towards the player's favor. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, just wait when we, like, raise the level of the enemies that completely
I'm
throws
sure.
it on its ear.
I'm sure it will completely, like, bounce it over. Which direction did we come from? So we came from the right, which means we want to
Okay.
go the other way. So we want to go this way.
All right.
Right? Let me make sure. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.